Hello students, I'm Himani Sharma, your educator. I warmly welcome you all on the YouTube platform where we are going to discuss in today's video about ICT as well. So you guys know ICT, which stands for Information and Communication Technology, is a really very important unit when it is concerned, when you're preparing for your UGC NET examination, right? So we have different chunks under the same unit for which we need to be particularly aware about. If you guys would have watched the previous videos, there I have also tried to cover the major chunks of the differences between hardware and software, and we have also tried to talk about malware and its type, which is a really very hot topic for the NET examiners, and as well, they keep on asking about Trojan horses, they keep on asking about different things, correct? But in today's video, what are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about the language processors which are used in the computer system. Now, you guys know that at times when you enter your name, let's just talk about the name Amrit here, correct? If I'm writing the name Amrit here and I'm typing it using a particular keyboard, first of all, the computer will have to translate the code in the computer language. And what is the language that a computer uses? The computer uses a language with the combination of binary digits. Binary means 2. So 2 digits it uses to understand and compare and transform the name into another thing that is known as binary language. Correct. So zeros and ones ka combination it will create for the same name Amrit, and then the computer will show me the output which I type. So you just imagine how fast access time of a particular computer is to first of all just convert the word, convert what have I provided as an input in the binary system and then showing me the same results on the computer screen. So we need different language processors to understand, to make the computer understand our language, and they are installed in the computers only. But first of all, we need to understand the differentiation between two things before we directly jump into the different types of language processor. What is the difference that we want to know much and more about? The machine code and assembly language. Correct. So machine code is a computer program written in machine language. What is machine language? Binary digits, right? So combination of zeros and one is machine code that can be executed directly by the CPU, which is computer's central processing unit. So whenever you are seeing that there is something, there's a machine code for machine internally, those instructions it converts. But if we try to talk about assembly language, it is a low level programming language in which there is a strong correspondence between the programmer's statements and the architecture's machine code instructions. So low level language is something which a programmer can use, can write to code a program, right? That is assembly language could be used for the same. Assembly language is a type of low level language. But if we try to talk about machine code is something which is only and only understood by the computer only. Hence, it consists of binaries, that is zeros and one. It's a syntax similar to the English language. So it's more human readable. Only understood by the CPU, understood by the programmer because he or she is typing the program out in the assembly language. Depends on the platform and the operating system, right? And it consists of a set of instructions which the programmer will have to follow. Giving you a simple brief instruction here is that you also need to know about high level language and low level language. High level language is something which is more humanly readable. ठीक है, तो जैसे English में whatever you are typing on your computer system, that is human readable input that you are giving, that would be considered as a high level language. But if we try to talk about low level language में we have assembly language as well. Low level language is mostly somewhere or the other similar to the computers understanding language. That's why coders, they use, the programmers, they use sometimes the combinations of binaries as well, so that the computer understands whatever they are typing, correct? So I needed to make you understand about the, the basic differentiation between high level language, जो mostly human readable होती है, right? On the other hand, low level, which is not generally human readable, but could be understandable by the programmer, correct? Now, what are language processors? They are first of all also known as language translators. For the smooth communication between a human and a computer to work nicely and smoothly, the computer will have to have a language processor. Only then the computer will understand. Let's just imagine if a person who is speaking French, right, and I am speaking English and I'm standing and trying to talk to him or her about certain things, how the weather is and all. First of all, I will not be getting what he or she is saying, correct? I would need a translator for the same. Same is the case with the computer as well, to make the communication between two ends, that is from a human to the computer, easy. That's why these language processors or language translators are used, right? It analyzes, processes and transforms the code in different languages, facilitate communication between humans and computers. Gave you the example of someone who's speaking French and me speaking English, won't be able to understand one another. We both will need someone who can speak French as well as English, so they can translate whatever we are communicating to one another. Crucial, it plays a crucial role in various stages of software development, because software programmers, software developers, they need to know certain languages as well. That's why they create applications like Instagram. Uske liye coding lagti hai na, correct? So that's that. So what are the different types of language processors? We have three. Compilers, that will compile and translate the source code into the executable machine code. We will be talking about how one of them translates it line by line, the other one translates the whole program. What is the differentiation? We will be moving forward with that in upcoming slides as well. Interpreters, instructions directly without any prior compilation. It will compile, the interpreter won't. Assemblers convert the assembly language, which is a type of low level language, into machine code. That's why in the very first slide I tried to give you a brief overview of the differentiation between machine code and assembly level language. So we have assemblers, compilers and interpreters as the three types of language processors or language translators. Moving forward with the differentiation, this we have as the compiler, this we have as the interpreter, and the third one we have is the assembler. Assembler, the name is suggesting assembly language se machine language mein it will convert. Now all of them are softwares only which are installed in our computer systems. Compiler will convert the program written in high level language. So whatever a human readable input will be provided to the computer, as I already told you, if I am writing Amrit, right? If I am writing Amrit, it will first of all convert it into binary digits, human readable input into machine language. So this is what? This is human readable, and this is what? This is machine language. Correct? Converts the whole high level language program into machine language at a time. This is important now because this has been asked in the NET examination for both the things, asking the differentiation between compiler and interpreter, asking them separately as well. Now one thing which is important to note down here is, I will erase it first of all, that compiler, if you are writing a program, let's just say if you are writing some coding here, compiler will read it entirely in one go. In one go. It will read the entire code in one go, and at the end, it will tell you about the errors which are there in different lines. So that you can go and correct them. Okay? On the other hand, if we try to talk about interpreter, first of all, again, high level language into machine language, it also converts. Same is the case with compiler, but only differentiation between a compiler and interpreter is, interpreter line by line it will convert. So let's just say this one was about the compiler, which will read the entire program in one go. Interpreter will do what? Let's just say these are 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If the interpreter the program is being run language translation के लिए. The interpreter finds a mistake in line 3. यहाँ पे there is some mistake that the interpreter has found. Now it will stop the program there and then. So you will have to first of all correct the mistake in line 3. Only then it will move forward to execute the another code. Third के बाद let's just say second run में in the fifth line there is an error. So the program will be stopped there and then you'll have to run it again for the translation purposes. So this is the differentiation. Compiler में एक ही go में end में errors they will tell, you know, in the end the errors will be told. In interpreter, whatever line is, you know, consisting of an error, there the program will stop. You'll have to correct the error. Then again, the program will again restart to translate the high level language into machine code. Now, compiler examples are, it is used by C, C++. On the other hand, our interpreter is used by Ruby, Perl, Python and PHP. All of them are programming languages. ठीक है, तभी language processors use हो रहे हैं. Moving forward to a very different type here, assembler converts programs written in assembly language into machine language. Compiler and interpreter high level से machine में आ रहे हैं, human readable से they are coming to the machine level language. यहाँ पे from one low level language we are moving to the machine code of binaries. Correct? Machine language used by assembly language only. Correct. Moving forward, so I hope you guys understood the differentiation. Here are certain examples of different language translators. Word count, to count the words that have been there in a particular program. Text summarizers, to provide the summary of the text that you have provided the language translator with. Emoticon analyzer, if you have certain emojis, right? If you have certain emojis on your computer system, etc., it will try to analyze what that emoji stands for. So it's translating whatever has been there. Language detector, if something is written in Hindi, right, or Punjabi or French, Dutch, etc., you want the program to be translated into English language, the language processor will be used. Keyword extractor, if you guys would have provided with an entire paragraph and ask the computer or language translator to provide, these are certain examples of the same coding processes, I would rather say, of the language processors. Here, the keywords would be provided from the same chunk of paragraph that you have provided the computer with. Correct? So again, I'll repeat one thing again here. Compiler, whole document at a time, errors at the end. Interpreter, line by line, it will go wherever the error will be there. The program will stop there. You will have to first of all correct the error and then move forward again with the execution of the same program, with the translation of the same program, right? So I hope the basic differentiation between compiler, interpreter, assembler is clear to you all, because these are asked in the NET examination. I'll come forward with some other video in the next lecture. Thank you so much and have a good day. Bye-bye.